Misty Rainforest pass for Force of Fill. Misty Rainforest for Roland. Hydrant Conductor Light Confidant wants Roland to raffle off his watch or something. All right, so Wasteland took out Volcanic. Tundra pass. There's a Delver for Roland.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yep.
All right, Lightning Bolt reveal. Delver flips. Let's see if Roland fetches here. Nope, draws it.
Okay.
Scalding Tarn. Attack for 3. Hydrant Conductor Light says, "Wow, Roland's cards are insane." Yeah, Roland has quite a collection. There's another Tundra for Force of Fill. Not much going on yet. Fetching Scalding Tarn. Is Roland? Underground Sea.
Okay. So Orcish Masters.
Yep. Drop. Play another sandstone.
So everybody watching live, everybody watching in the YouTube comments, we're watching Delver versus Miracles, like two of the oldest archetypes in the format. But every local meta seems to have players dedicated to, like archetypes they've been playing for a long time. They're a Miracles player since 2014. They're a Delver player since 2018. Whatever. They're dedicated to the deck. What is the archetype that you have a player at your LGS playing for a long time that some of us have forgotten about? Like, does anybody go to the shop and there's just always the Nick Fit guy or the lady playing Dredge or something like that? Like, what archetype is your local deck specialist playing these days? Some old dude with a box deck. All right, we have Drewski playing Punishing Thieves. There's one.
Same. I was one too.
That's the play draw difference.
Oliveira, thanks for the resub. 11 months. Appreciate that. Trumbeak says, "I knew someone always trying to make Affinity work." Affinity, interesting. Lunchbox says, "Eldrazi post." Yeah. That's an older one. All right, here's Plains for Force of Fill. Not much going on. No counterbalance, no Triumph of St. Catherine yet. All right, here's Orcish Bowmaster sitting the stack. Thwart Hardcast. Scott says there used to be an Enchantress or Bust guy. Yeah, Enchantress is one of those.
To see if my sideboard describes as battle.
All right, dazing in response to this thwart. Phil fetches. And another daze. All right, thwart is countered. The other daze doesn't need to be played for now, so Phil will have it on tap land, I guess. Bowmaster does its thing, makes an army. FGC says, "What it do?" Yeah. Thanks for the follow.
Good line start.
Oh, okay. So that was all on Phil's end set.
I'll tell you what this one had.
Attacking for 5. Phil down to 5. Is there going to be a terminus on top? Oh no, Phil's down to 6, I guess. No Triumphant St. Catherine, no terminus. It looks like Phil passed the turn, so no Supreme Verdict either. We know Roland has a bolt, or had a bolt.
I'm going to attempt to banishment this guy back on top of your desk.
What is that?
From the game of Sandstone Caverns. And then start my turn.
What card is that? I don't even know what that is. I'm stumped. I have no idea what that was. Vanishment? Is that the one that's a miracle? It is the one that's a miracle. Put target non-land permanent on top of its owner's library. It's I think an uncommon from Avacyn Restored.
Yeah, doesn't matter. Doesn't.
Delver, surgical extraction revealed on top.
Yeah.
Wow, we're on Vanishment now?
Still pretty small.
Second main dash.
Land, fetch.
There's a ponder for Roland. It's a ponder shuffle.
I'll play Creative Technique and then Demonstrate. So you get one first. Shuffle your library, then reveal until you reveal another card.
I remember.
We need a checklist of Phil's pet cards. Yeah, I think we do.
So shuffle my library, then I reveal it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got
No, it's good.
start.
All right, a ponder here for Roland. Very nice.
Do my next turn.
Yes.
Okay.
Doesn't happen yet.
Yep.
Unfortunately for me.
Then I'll resolve my first Creative Technique. Balance card. Cascade.
Force a Phil bingo sheet, yeah. Go check out Eternal Durdles. Bingo that.
Devil's Recruit, targeting Violent Outburst. Still one more copy on the stack.
Right. So this is
Attacking for 3 with Delver of Secrets.
what is this?
Well, Insectile Aberration, I guess.
It is targeting a Violent Outburst.
Turn 2, 1, 2, 3. I think this is the time to fire this off.
I don't think yet in this match have we seen Force of Phil put a non-land permanent on the board. Not that I remember. Going to need one to win. Cycling Lorien Revealed. Island Cycle. Finds a Mystic Sanctuary. Alright. That's really neat. Lorien Revealed can find Mystic Sanctuary. Yeah, we used to do bingo on stream. It was great for when we were doing live webcam play back during the time period when there were no in-person events firing. While players were sideboarding or we were getting ready for another match to begin, we were able to play some bingo. But the way I do the streams now, there isn't really time for it. Like there's not enough downtime. But we may bring it back at some point. All right, so another island cycle finds Tundra. Flooded Strand, correct. Specular with a great question. Is Lorien revealed Find Mystic Sanctuary more neat than Fetchland Find Mystic Sanctuary? Maybe.
The question is it actually better for me to use creative technique than it feels like I should.
All right, so Lorien revealed getting surgical here. And Roland taking a look at the rest of the deck. We'll see if Roland has to stop to read any cards. There was a card I didn't recognize. All right. All set with that. Lorien revealed is exiled in its entirety. Phil's hand also revealed 2 swords, Mystic Sanctuary we knew about, Thwart, Hydroblast, and Tundra.
Good.
I mean, we'll try it. Play a creative technique.
How do you want to tap?
Let's tap. This can tap for anything, right? So keep that one untapped and everything else can get tapped.
Alright.
Do I want to demonstrate? Probably.
Okay.
Phil holding off and removing Delver. Wasteland for Roland. At this point in time, Roland doesn't have a way to stop Mystic Sanctuary using Wasteland. There are potentially enough islands on the board. All right, here's Preordain. Just unbanned in Modern, actually, Preordain.
That one can stay exiled. I think I can decide, or do I have to decide immediately?
You have to decide immediately.
Oh, okay. That one can stay exiled.
Alright, second resolution.
Yep.
I'm just going to shortcut it in another creative technique.
Makes sense. All right. We'll do the demonstration thing again.
Resolve it.
Yep.
First, Cascade.
That's Cascade.
Devolve Trickery. You want to cast?
All right, end step swords on the Insectile Aberration.
Let's cast the Divulge. Actually, let me make sure.
All right, cracking a Misty Rainforest in response to the swords. It's a Volk.
Mill 1. Force of Vigor. Do you want to cast it?
No, I think I'm good.
Final creative technique.
Wasting Tundra.
This goes in the bottom. This stays exiled.
This is just insane.
And swords is countered by Flusterstorm. Flusterstorm looking pretty good in Legacy right now with creative technique decks and Mind's Desire decks running around at a higher rate
Yeah, exactly. Okay. You know the drill.
Yep.
Demonstrate.
than they had been in previous months. Mind's Desire just unbanned, creative technique sort of unbanned, I guess, because it's on MTGO now.
With that, these all go on the bottom, right?
Only took 2.5 years.
First one.
Mystic Sanctuary hits the board for Phil, and swords on top. And now swords on Insectile Aberration from hand. It's gone this time.
Return 3 islands at all costs.
Yeah, I can play it. No, I can't play it.
Yeah, thwart is return 3 islands as it alternate costs. Otherwise, it costs 4. Counter target spell. Hydroblast, the other card in hand for Phil. And an unknown card.
That's a lot of cards. Emergent Ultimatum. I'll cast that. I'm just gonna. Omniscience.
Wasting Mystic Sanctuary. That'll prevent Thwart from bringing it back to hand and giving Phil some extra value.
I do not remember.
Good play there from Roland. Bolt you. Phil down to 5.
Good.
mean, this is just good queen fun, isn't it?
Yeah. Magic as Richard Garfield intended.
I'm at 12. Just 22?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down to 9. Okay,
I guess Omniscience has to go back.
Okay.
Counterbalance hits the board now for Roland. Interesting. How do you like that, Force of Fill? Float 3 blue mana. Thwart.
Tali resolves first. So this is still
Force pitching Spell Pierce. Taller Eric, absolutely right. Phil is a forceful person, yeah. Very forceful. So now Phil has to fight through Counterbalance, which is interesting. Roland won't have as many ways as Phil would to manipulate the top of the deck. But still could be good. Roland's deck has a lot of ones. Bolt you. Is Phil Hydroblasting here? Yeah.
You are out of trickery.
Yep.
Brainstorm with the counterbalance trigger on the stack, and Roland's going to counter this Hydroblast, most likely.
I'm in a 2 Zagri.
Roland has another bolt in hand. I see it.
You want to cut? Or is it just what you like?
Yeah, just see
Very exciting.
where this goes.
1, 2,
If Roland finds another red mana, this game could end.
8. I will put a land card on the battlefield. I have tested their sorcery. These are exiled.
That is a lot of land.
Okay, it is true.
Yeah, Roland should just reveal a bolt on top, right?
Nice. One more cascade on this guy. Merchant's ultimate.
All right, Brainstorm revealed. Hydroblast is countered. Bolt goes through. Fill down to 2. Pass the turn.
Omniscience. Vandals.
Predict target you. Gonna name Brainstorm here, I guess.
Go ahead.
So the Brainstorm on top of Roland's library is now in the graveyard. Roland, I don't believe, knows the top of the deck at this point.
Get the Omniscience. Final creative technique.
Bolt you, and that extends the hand. That is the match.